Alrighty, how you doing, Mr. Rich? It's Gatekeeper here. Got your Texas Star DX250 high drive here. This right here is mine, and here is yours. Luckily, I had just got a rebuilt Texas Star 250, fully refurbished right here from my Texas Star man, and thought it's pretty neat. It all worked out that way, so I could actually use this as for reference, since this is 100% right. So wrote down some reference figures after I got done with your amp down here. And here they are right here, as if you can see. Alright, the 1.6 ohms here is the biasing with the amp turned off from the back of the transformer to ground. Yours is perfect, 1.6 ohms, as well as mine. Your figures are they're right there in the line with mine. You know, of course, they're a little bit less than mine. Mine actually has a new 2290s in it, so you could just, you know, the way it goes with this kind of stuff, there's not, you know, two 250s, you know, back to back that are going to do the same exact wattage. You can have four of them showing a little different. You know, one could show 380 on the top end, one could show 340. You know, you're gonna have a little bit of differences in each amp, but as long as yours is around anywhere around these numbers, you're good. So you're good to go now, man. I saw two things internally on your amp that could have been causing some issues. We went ahead and fixed them, and also, let's go ahead and show you the output on this amp first, on mine. And then we'll put yours up here real quick and go through what we did. Okay. Go ahead and, as you see out here, I got written down on low, medium, and high. What I mean by low, medium, high, low is the variable all the way down with dollar watt pushed in. Medium is halfway up. High is all the way that way, and max is with a dollar watt pushed out, which bypasses this 75 ohm resistor right here. That's all max is, and we'll just take it to max. Let you see the max out of this, and we'll throw yours on there just so you can see it in action instead of just seeing it on paper here. So I got 368 wrote down on mine on max on 13.9 volts. We're putting about 20 watts into it from the radio. Alrighty. Audio. Alrighty, see, there's your 368, just like I had written down. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take this out of line. Turn that off real quick, y'all bear with me. Let's put that right there. Like to say too, man, your 250s is in fairly good shape, man. Pretty good shape. I've seen them in tough looking shape, man. Mine was actually one that was in real bad shape too. It's just been fully refurbed, man. New transistors, a new heat sink, a new front, new everything, man. That's how my man refurbs them up there. Alrighty, here's yours. Let's get her hooked up here and we'll go through some things. I need to get me a camera on a tripod, y'all. Like my buddy, Tech9 Technologies. You got the setup over there. Alright. Point out a few things here. Alright, at first I was getting a little lower figures. It wasn't super low. It wasn't anything completely, you know, like the amp had actually took a croak or anything like that on his, and, you know, fell on his face or anything like that. But the figures were a little lower compared to my other amplifier over there. You had a lead on the feedback circuit that was actually not connected, that was broke off. So what I done there is I just took both the 104s they had on there and replaced them with two more 104s. Okay. Let's turn this power on here. Turn that light out. Your lights, you did not have a bulb in here, so I popped that off and put you a bulb in there. You didn't have a bulb on the dial a watt, and your light for your power was a little iffy. Sometimes you'd push it in, it'd go out. Sometimes it just would come on fine but go out while it was on. You could kind of tap it and it would go out or whatever. So I went ahead and fixed that. What it was sometimes these prongs, I don't know if you can see them right here. There's two prongs on each switch, and those prongs are touching two of the leads here on the on their switches here. And what happens sometimes, these prongs just kind of get loosened up over time through heat, stuff like that, and they won't touch these leads real well. So what I actually do with every Texas Star I ever get, I actually go in there and solder each of these to their leads that they need to be. I do that on all my personal ones that I'm going to keep because, you know, on down the road, man, I've seen that a lot, man, people having problems with it. I've seen a Texas Star come across the bench not too long ago that none of the lights work, but the bulbs are just fine. All of these were loosened up. It was a Black Widow, and I had to solder every single one of them that way. So, see if we can focus in on that. We got that soldered for you. Got that light fixed. Okay. I went around here and cleaned it up a little bit for you. I didn't go through and remove all the flux or anything like that, man. If I wasn't backed up, I would have done that for you. I like to go through there and clean all the flux off a board. They're a little bit harder on these printed boards like this right here, but I popped the 2907 transistor off the preamp circuit. The preamp, ooh, dropped the phone there. Preamp seemed to have been kind of sticking a little bit, acting up a little bit. I went ahead and put a 4125 right there. I have a couple of them left, so I went ahead and threw a 4125 on the preamp there. I know you didn't mention anything about the preamp having any issues, but it just appeared that there was some issues with some feedback or something. I'll tell you what, man, sometimes these transistors for the preamps, man, I can build a preamp sometimes and have to change the transistor right away just because of too much heat to it while I was making it. Just, you know, they're pretty fragile, man, especially when you get a static electricity now. And other than that, man, there was one more thing I'd done. Let's see, what was it? There was another lead somewhere that was that was a cold solder joint. It's right here on the output cap. That's what it was. Right here on the output cap. It's kind of hard to get down here to take a look at it. But it just appeared like you could get down there and just pop that lead up on that cap, man. So I went down there and resoldered that cap. Well, first I took the cap off and tested it, and it tested fine. So wasn't no need to replace it. And I went ahead and popped that thing back on there for you, and made sure it was a good solid solder joint. And I believe that's it, brother. She's doing her thing now, man. On this end, on this meter, she's doing her thing, man. Doing right there within the specs of what she should be doing, especially compared to mine over there. So let's go ahead and show you that. Let's go ahead and show you that on the high end, just like we did on the other one. I got here wrote down 350 watts PEP. Okay. So let's see if it'll do that again. There's your 350 watts.
Oh, audio.
This thing's pulling some nice current too, man. If you look at the amperage meter here. Oh, still swinging forward too. Oh, brother, that is pulling. I mean, that right there is pulling right there about 20 amps plus. Oh, so that's the 15 amps, and the next one over is 30. It's right there in the middle. Oh, right there, almost in the middle. So that's 20 amps plus, man. 20 amps for 2x2290s. This cotton picker's rolling, brother. So she is back to where she should be, doing well. I'm glad to be able to fix this thing for you too, man. Glad that it wasn't nothing too serious at all. And hope you enjoy. If you got anything else you need me to look at, just let me know, brother, or anybody else. Email is THREE Tango Hotel Radio Echo MAN Monday Alpha November. Pro is in purple, or Radio Oscar 3manpro@gmail.com. Hope you enjoy, Mr. Rich. We good and gone. Gatekeeper said it, and I got down, and I'm going to the bed on the flat side. We clear.